Berkheimer. Dave's speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Dave has had two very different careers, 20 plus years with Mobil Oil in positions of increasing responsibility that took him all over the world, and 20 years in wellness, helping many people with natural approaches. He's very proud of his family and is looking forward to spending time this summer with his 2 kids and 3 very young grandkids. Please welcome Dave.
I'd like to just say 2 quick things before the timer starts. 1, thank you for coming today. It is the day after Memorial. And 2, I'm sorry I can't tour Airlie Gardens. My children and grandchildren, and especially my last unmarried niece, would never forgive me. It's the same day, and it's in Pennsylvania. Sorry. Did you know? Do you care? Really? Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I will be asking lots of questions about a very important topic, your health. If that makes you tune out, that's your choice. Just please recognize that your choice will likely affect your children, your grandchildren, perhaps dramatically, and future generations of your family. But it's your choice. Did you know that the top 5 leading causes of death includes side effects from properly prescribed and properly taken prescription drugs, along with cancer, heart disease, strokes, complications of diabetes, things you've heard about? It's very difficult to determine the exact ranking of those things. After all, how many doctors are going to write on a death certificate because I gave her way too many antibiotics? My mother's death certificate said complications of Parkinson's, signed by the physician's assistant who had killed her, giving her way too many antibiotics. To add insult to injury, 2 more points about that particular PA. He wrote the wrong date on her death certificate. He was only off by a year. As Maxwell Smart might have said, he only missed it by that much. About a year later, I attended a presentation by the medical doctor who supervises that particular PA, who, by the way, I believe still oversees many of the senior facilities in Wilmington. What that medical doctor said was, though the topic of the presentation, the dangers of overprescribing antibiotics. Do you care? I could spend all day citing drug company horror stories. We only have a few minutes, so I'll just make a few comments about one company, Bayer. Did you know they don't just make aspirin? In the 1890s, Bayer invented heroin and started selling it. Heroin. Do you care? Did you know that Bayer bought Monsanto last year? The Monsanto company, the people who brought us things like genetically modified food, Roundup, a pesticide in case you hadn't heard of it. That's right, the same company that invented heroin and other wonder drugs is now heavily involved in our food supply chain. There are major class action lawsuits related to Roundup, and it's still promoted heavily, and it's easy to find in Lowe's Hardware. Do you care? Did you know that the drug companies have controlled medical education in this country since 1910? You can read all about it in one of my favorite books. I highly recommend it, The Truth About Cancer. It's all over chapter 2. What about the food industries? What have they done? Do you care? Did you know that humans are not natural carnivores? We are designed to eat plants, especially raw plants. Read the book Fast Food Nation, and you just may never stop in a fast food joint again. Did you know that the slogan, "Milk does a body good," is true? It is, if your body happens to be that of a baby cow. Dairy, for humans, produces inflammation, which is one of the causal factors of virtually every disease that kills us. Do you care? Did you know that we live in a highly toxic world? The air indoors is much worse than the air outdoors. We seal everything in, especially when it gets up to about 100 degrees or when it's very cold. Any argument that the drinking water in Wilmington might be polluted? Many other places too. Toxic chemicals are used in most food production, not just processed food that's very bad, but also in produce too. Did you know there are over 200 toxic chemicals found in the umbilical cord blood of a newborn? Don't blame mom. She's just living. Did you know that your doctor is not responsible for your health? You are. Do you care? Learn how to purify the air indoors, drink healthy water, get excellent nutrition, and learn about safe and healthy ways and extremely effective ways to detoxify the body. Did you know someone you know has an office half a mile from here where you can learn about how to handle all of these things? You don't like Dave? That's okay. Other people know these things too. Take action. Find those people. Start with one simple change. Your grandchildren, your children will thank you. Eat more plants.